with Legends ZA being right around the corner, and Mega Raichu being announced alongside the Mega Kalos starters, I've already ranted about them being locked behind paywalls and stuff, but that got me thinking, like, since Raichu is getting two Megas, and that's a Pokemon that I've been wanting to get some more attention, what other Pokemon would I love to have get Megas? Well, before we get into that, how many Megas do we currently have? We have 57 as of today, September 17th. I'm filming on the 17th, but I'm pretty sure this is going up October 1st. We have 19 for Kanto, 6 for Johto, 20 for Hoenn, 5 for Sinnoh slash Asui, 1 for Unova, 6 for Kalos, and nothing for Alola, Galar, and Paldea. But to be fair, they've had different battle gimmicks. Alola had the Z moves, Galar had Gigantamax and Dynamax, and Paldea had Terastallization. But when it comes to adding more Megas, I am not including legendaries or starters because legendaries are already powerful enough. And starters, they kind of get a lot of attention already for the most part. Besides, we're getting the Kalos starters as Megas and potentially 3 more Megas for starters or more. I'm only going to have 2 per region. Hisui I'm counting separate from Sinnoh, but it's only going to be getting 1. And regional variants, well, yeah, regional variants as a whole will only get 1. So I have 20 different ones for you in this video. No trios or higher number of group of Pokemon due to the 2 per region rule. So, uh, I can't give a Mega to Flareon and Vaporeon and leave Jolteon out in the cold. And besides, if I gave the Evolutions Megas, that would take up 8 spots. And I didn't want to do that, so yeah. Brief spoiler, no Evolutions. And then I will not be giving Mega Evolutions to Pokemon that can Gigantamax. Because they already have that attention. And I'm not giving another Mega to Pokemon that already have a Mega. So, like, there's not going to be an additional Mega Gengar or anything like that. I know that they've done Megas and Gigantamax for a Pokemon, Gengar in particular, but I'm not going to deal with that. But anyway, my first choice, Mega Raticate. Now this was art by uh, Cheself on Reddit. So I've done my best to try to get the proper credit to the proper artist. But why do I want Mega Raticate? Well, Raticate's a beast. Like, you could go as serious or as goofy as you want with this Pokemon, and it will turn out beautiful. Like, look at Alolan Raticate, for example. It looks goofy, and I love that. But when I say Raticate is a beast, like, I actually mean it. Raticate is a Pokemon that is really underrated when it comes to Kanto Pokemon. So, if you give this a Mega, I'm absolutely using it. Up next, Mega Persian. This one was by Venusaurus on Reddit. Now, this one they have Giovanni and the Mega Persian in this picture. So, why Mega Persian? Well, yes, I know Meowth gets a lot of attention. Because there's Alolan Meowth and Persian, Galarian Meowth and Berserker, and Gigantamax Meowth. However, I think Persian would be a great choice to get a Mega because it's kind of like the counterpart for Pikachu. Well, Pikachu and Raichu, really. Like, it's a cat and mouse game. Pikachu's Pokedex number is 25. Flip that, you get 52 for Meowth. So, Persian needs some love. Rather than just the watermelon head. Number 3, Mega Alolan Raichu. Yes, I know. Raichu's getting two Megas. But this would be absolutely incredible to have. Because you get the electric psychic type, and this is from William Boom on, well, I don't know the exact platform, but there's also, uh, oh, okay, so it looks like they also have a DeviantArt. So I think it's Billy C something or other. But anyway, like, you could do so much with a Mega Raichu. Well, a Mega Alolan Raichu that wasn't done with the Mega Raichus. And if Pikachu can get so much attention, like, it has 2 games where it's the starter, and you can't even evolve it. It has a Gigantamax form, and you can't even evolve it. It has its own special Z move. And correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think Raichu has its own. Oh yeah, all the Ash had Pikachus. And yes, I said Ash. Some people are probably gonna try to that I think I. Oh my goodness, people are going to probably say I said something different, but no. Okay, you probably can't see, but Charmander's wearing my Ash Ketchum hat. You know, I'm surprised that Pikachu doesn't have an Ash Ketchum hat Squishmallow. And this is the perfect example of another thing I tried to go for. I tried to get counterparts taken care of. Like, Slowbro has a Mega, and it's really goofy. So I went with another goofy choice with Mega Slowking. This one is by V Create Art. I believe this was from Instagram. But anyway, Slowking absolutely needs a Mega since Slowbro has a Mega. It's honestly just that simple. And then this is one that's absolutely from Instagram. From Geary.mons. She made a Mega Crobat that is Poison and Dark type with Levitate. Now, not all of these had like type changes or all this extra info, but I absolutely appreciate it when they do add that. So you know it's a different type, or if there's any changes. But yeah, why do I want Crobat to get a Mega? It's Crobat. Sure, I do complain about friendship evolutions quite often, but once you get that Crobat, it is absolutely worth it. Like Crobat is an incredible Pokemon. I would put it in like my top 20. And this is absolutely something that's needed. Hey, I'm not sure if I specified this, but this is a list of Pokemon that I personally would love to see get a Mega, as well as Pokemon that I think could use a Mega. Mega Flygon. That is absolutely on the list for not just me, but I think everyone. This is from Cardinal H on X. Like, look at this 3D model that they have. This is incredible. Like, it's not too different from Flygon, but you don't need to change it up too much. Now, they did. I don't think they specified a type change, but you could absolutely make this a Bug Dragon type. I mean, I kind of think it might be because of the antennas. But yeah, when it comes to Flygon, it gets overshadowed by Salamence, Garchomp, and pretty much any other three-stage Dragon type line. So Flygon needs some love. Up next, Megatropius from uh Elsci Fake on Instagram or Elsci Congru-01 on Reddit. Wait, this is a grass and dark type. Look, Tropius. I love Tropius. It is a cute Pokemon, but I have to admit it kind of sucks. So if it got a Mega Evolution and drops the Flying type, it will lose its 4 times weakness to Ice. Sure, it would gain like a Fighting type weakness. Oh yeah, it'd be 4 times weak to Bug. I mean, Bug types aren't too much of a problem, depending on the generation. But come on, Flygon, not Flygon. We're already past Flygon. Tropius is one of those Pokemon that is slightly forgettable and rarely used. So this would give it like a great amount of spotlight. My Hisui pick is Mega Ursaluna from, well, this was actually by Ezekiel or Ordsmith from this person's Discord server, but it was posted by Reza3u.sprites. I know this is a Mega Evolution for Blood Moon Ursaluna. Oh, when I was making this, I thought that, yeah, I thought that was the Steel type logo for like the duration of me making this slideshow. So I don't remember if I have any other Steel types on here or just any Steel types in general. But anyway, I love Ursaluna. I love Blood Moon Ursaluna. So just anything involving the Teddiursa line, I love it. And why do I think it should get a Mega? I mean, Ursaluna is a cool Pokemon, and they proved it 2 games in a row. Up next, Mega Frostlass. This one was by Smiley Fakemon. I saw some comments on this one in particular that said that the arms are weird and the dress is not like whimsical. But honestly, if you look back at the history of Mega Evolution, a lot of them are a little hit or miss. Like Mega Swampert, that's just kind of weird with the buff arms. Ampharos just grew hair. But anyway, this is another example of counterparts. Because how does Glalie get a Mega, but not Frostlass? Plus, I like Frostlass. It's a rightfully creepy Pokemon on its own. But it's also a beautiful Pokemon. Up next, Togekiss. Well, Mega Togekiss. This one is by rcgmon200.deviantart.com. It is Fairy and Dragon. Honestly, I love Togekiss. We needed more goofy Pokemon on this list. So, yeah, just imagine a Serene Grace Mega Togekiss. In fact, yeah, this would have a dragon immunity. In fact, hold on. Let me see. Oh yeah, this would kind of be like Mega Altaria. So I'm going to quickly look up the type chart. Yeah, so it would have the dragon immunity. It would resist 8 types. Wait, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 types. And it would be only weak to ice, poison, steel, and fairy. I think that's a good trade in. Alright, then up next, Mega Zip Striker from I do. I'm sorry if I butcher these names. But anyway, Zebstrika is a perfect example of a Pokemon that's really cool, but it could be cooler. Like I tried to find like a Pegasus design until I saw this design. Like it's another example of you don't need to overdo it. I love Zebstrika. I haven't used one in honestly I don't think ever. I don't remember. But anyway, this Pokemon absolutely needs a Mega. Number 12 is Mega Crustle. We're back with the goofy Pokemon. Plus, I think this was a point in time where I said I needed some bug and rock types, and Crustle was the first one to pop into my mind. I mean, bug and rock is a pretty good type. At least I'm pretty sure it is. Uh, yeah, it only has three weaknesses: water, rock, and steel. So, if you take its 485 base stat total, then you add 100 to it, because that's how megas work. You add 100 to its base stat. It would have a base stat total of 585. This thing would absolutely be a fort. I love this. And besides, Crustle's a good Pokemon. Alright, now we're moving on to Mega Vivillon. You know what? I should have looked this up before I started filming. I want to make sure I'm pronouncing this right. Uh, Here it is. Vivillon. Okay, so Vivillon. Like, this is also by V Create Art on Instagram. Like, with however many patterns there are to Vivillon, I think that this pattern would be gorgeous. And besides, if I remember correctly, uh, yeah, it only has a 411 base stat total. And since regional bug types have Gigantamax and Megas, why not Vivillon? It could use a buff. I would love to use this. Oh yeah, this would be Bug Fairy, according to this artwork. And I absolutely see it. Up next, Grass Ground Mega Go-Go by Subarashi on Instagram and Mad Zygarde Core on X or Twitter, or whatever you want to call it. Now, I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest Go-Go fan, but I do like Go-Go. Like it could absolutely use a bit of love because it went. Yeah, I think it went from like. And like yeah, I think it got skipped over in Gen 7 and 8, only to reappear in Gen 9. Like, it has been a long time, and it could use some attention. Sure, it would get the Torterra typing here, but it's not bad. Alright, we've had enough goofy for a while. We've had enough cool ones. Let's go with straight up creepy. Mega Mimikyu by King Bishop 96 on Reddit. Like, this is something that you would see in like Zoocosis. I sure hope that's the name of the game. Zoo... Yeah, it's Zoocosis. So let's see, you have like Charizard. I yeah, Squirtle, Mudkip, Mimikyu. I think that might be like the outer shell. Not the outer shell, the Mimikyu itself. Oh, there's part of Eevee. Mewtwo, Dene. These are a little blurry. Like, I tried my best to get some of these pictures. But this is incredible. And I tried to avoid Pikachu clones. Because if I give a Pikachu clone one, then I'd have to find a way to give all of them one. But Mimikyu is not a Pikachu clone. So, yeah, give Mimikyu this Mega. Then we got Mega Turtonator. I'm not trying to Dr. Doofenshmirtz voice, but uh, it's a Fire Dragon type, like usual. But with the rumors of Drampa getting a Mega, like I would have put Drampa on this list, but I wanted to give other Pokemon the opportunity. But like when it's Pokemon that have like a I don't know if they're like an exact pair or if they're just version exclusives or something like that. I feel like Turtonator should get one if Grandpa's getting one. Alright, and then Mega Dragapult. I went quite a while without giving a pseudo legendary a Mega. But to be fair, Dragonite now has one. Tyranitar has one. Metagross and Salamence have one. I could have given one to Hydreigon. I could have given one to uh, Goodra or Tamoo, but I didn't. I restrained myself. This is one that, honestly, it was kind of a no-brainer due to all of the other Pokemon in Galar that have a Gigantamax form. Like, this is by dude.dude.art. It's still Dragon Ghost. It looks more like a fighter jet. There's probably better designs, but I liked this one. And if some of those other pseudos have megas, why can't this one? Mega Phalanx. This is one that's also rumored. But this one you could easily make part steel type. So yeah. You know what? This is going to be my nominated steel type. This is by Nad Samson Art. And it's kind of like a spiky Baymax. Like, just imagine Baymax is hiding underneath this armor. I love Phalanx. It's just a group of little guys. And what's not to love about that? In fact, in Pokemon Go, they had like a train costume for Phalanx, and it was absolutely adorable. To give Phalanx a Mega. And now we're on to Gen 9 with Mega Clodsire. Clodsire is a top 10 Pokemon, in my opinion. Heck, top 5. I mean, look at him. How do you not love Clodsire? It's so cute. You know, I just realized I didn't give Quagsire a Mega. You know what? Quagsire is an honorable mention. But yeah, this is by Trevenart, who commissioned it for Hoops and Hip Hop. Like, this is incredible. Like, imagine if they put that 120, not 120, just 100 straight up base set total points into its speed or something. Here, let's see if I can see its current base stat total. Okay, it has 430. So you could give it, yeah, I think speed and attack are what you should put those 100 towards. So that way, like, if it uses Earthquake, that would demolish. I mean, Quasar already demolishes opponents, even though it's pretty slow, but you can make it faster. And then, this one's just for me personally. Darkspun, it's a cute Pokemon, but it doesn't really. Well, I don't think it's very strong. I could be wrong about that. But then again, these early route Pokemon, it doesn't really matter whether it has like a special typing or anything that makes it like incredible. And Ripley went that long without losing his marbles. Okay. So, oh, yeah, 477 is actually not that bad. But I feel like if you put uh, some into HP, attack, and special defense, this could be one of the best megas. However, I'm not really good with competitive and stuff like that. But anyway, who would you give a mega to? Like for you guys, you don't have any restrictions. You could pick a starter, a legendary. You could pick a middle stage Pokemon for some reason. Like I'm sure the Eternal Flower Floette's getting a mega, but I can't be too sure about that. It's rumored, but as of this point, who knows? But thank you all so much for joining the video. Please like, share, subscribe, comment any other video ideas you have in the future, and I'll catch you in the next one.